The discovery of Earth. The Galactic Dominion, a coalition of the galaxy's most powerful species, had long believed in their absolute supremacy. Their reach spanned countless star systems, and their laws governed worlds from the core to the outer edges. Their fleets, mighty and intimidating, ensured peace through a delicate balance of diplomacy and military might. So, when Dominion scouts discovered a small, blue planet teeming with life in a forgotten corner of the galaxy, it was treated as just another potential conquest. The planet, called Terra by its primitive inhabitants, seemed quaint, barely spacefaring and technologically backward compared to the wonders of the Dominion. Ambassador Trexos, a grizzled veteran from the icy world of Korath Prime, was dispatched to Terra. His mission was clear: offer Terra a chance to join the Dominion or face obliteration. Trexos fully expected a quick, easy negotiation. Terra was, after all, a backwater with primitive space toys and no real defense. As his fleet entered Terra's orbit, the planet's leaders scrambled to gather, huddling nervously in their own rusting satellites and space stations. The meeting was held aboard Trexos' flagship, the Ironclad, an immense warship that dwarfed Terra's puny vessels. "People of Terra," Trexos began, his voice booming, thanks to Dominion tech translating into every human language at once. "I am Ambassador Trexos of the Galactic Dominion. We come in peace, offering you a place among the stars. Join us, and you will gain access to our technology, our knowledge, and our protection. Refuse, and you will face consequences." President Janet Caldwell, a seasoned but skeptical politician from Terra, stood up. "Ambassador Trexos, we value our independence. We would like to understand the terms of this alliance." Trexos gave a tight, humorless smile. "The terms are not negotiable. You will join as a member state, following our laws and contributing to our endeavors. In return, you'll benefit from our protection and advancements." The negotiations dragged on for hours, with Trexos growing visibly irritated by the humans' insistence on terms, clarifications, and conditions. Finally, his patience snapped. "Enough! You have until dawn to decide. Join us or be considered an enemy. Humanity stand." As Trexos stormed back to his ship, Terra's leaders huddled in emergency meetings. President Caldwell looked exhausted but determined. "We need to prepare. If the Dominion thinks they can bully us into submission, they're wrong. We may not have their tech, but we have something more valuable: our will to fight." Against all odds, the planet's often fragmented nations united. Scientists, engineers, and military leaders from every corner of Terra worked around the clock, devising plans to defend their world. They reverse-engineered the scraps of Dominion technology they had encountered during Trexos' arrival, focusing on energy shields and weapon systems. The world's armies mobilized, and civilians prepared for the worst. When dawn arrived, so did Trexos' fleet, darkening Terra's skies as the colossal ships descended through the atmosphere. "People of Terra, your time is up. Surrender now, and no harm will come to you," Trexos broadcast, fully expecting compliance. Instead, President Caldwell's defiant voice echoed back. "We will not surrender. Terra values its freedom too much to give it up without a fight. If you seek to conquer us, you will find that we do not bow easily." Trexos scowled. "So be it." The first strike. The Dominion struck first, raining energy blasts down on Terra's cities. However, thanks to the efforts of Dr. Vlad Clara Reyes, a brilliant physicist, Terra had developed rudimentary energy shields. Though they couldn't cover entire cities, the shields protected key military installations and command centers. Trexos was taken aback. These primitive creatures had shields? No matter. His fleet pressed on, launching wave after wave of attacks, but Terra fought back fiercely. Despite their technological disadvantage, human fighter jets and ground defenses launched coordinated guerrilla attacks. They struck hard and fast, retreating before the Dominion could mount a proper defense. Their ingenuity caught Trexos' forces off guard. Amidst the chaos, Dr. Reyes made a crucial discovery. By analyzing the Dominion's energy signatures, she found a way to disrupt their communications. Using a makeshift transmitter, she sent a high-frequency signal that scrambled the enemy's systems, throwing their fleet into disarray. Captain Ezra Stomp, leader of Terra's elite fighter squadron, seized the opportunity. "All units, target their command ship. Let's show them what Terra's made of." The battle raged for hours, with both sides suffering heavy losses. But the Dominion had underestimated Terra's resilience and creativity. Trexos, watching from his command bridge, realized with growing dread that his initial assessment of the humans had been gravely mistaken. Turning the tide. The Dominion retreated for the time being. Trexos, humiliated, returned to the Galactic Council's headquarters on Jalos Prime. The Council, for the first time in eons, faced a serious challenge to their dominance. Meanwhile, Terra entered a period of rapid advancement. The battle had galvanized its people. Dr. Reyes and her team reverse-engineered Dominion tech, developing powerful electromagnetic pulse (EMP) weapons and improved energy shields. The United Earth Defense Fleet, UEDF, was formed, uniting the planet's best military minds under Captain Stomp's command. Even more crucially, Terra forged alliances with other species long oppressed by the Dominion. The Kroth, a species of brilliant but politically fragmented engineers, and the Nyari, masters of stealth and espionage, had harbored deep resentment toward the Dominion for years. They now saw Terra as a beacon of hope. President Caldwell met with Kroth General Valric and Nyari diplomat Lisha in a secret meeting on a remote moon. "The Dominion has crushed our people for too long," Valric said, "but your victory shows us there's a chance." Caldwell nodded. "Together, we can bring them down." 3 years after their initial retreat, the Dominion returned, this time with a far larger fleet, led by the infamous Admiral Kairos, known across the galaxy for his ruthlessness. Kairos's fleet, composed of thousands of warships, descended upon Terra, intent on finishing what Trexos had started. But Terra was ready. The UEDF had built a series of orbital defense platforms, each armed with newly developed EMP cannons. These cannons, designed by Dr. Reyes, had the power to disable entire fleets in seconds. As the Dominion fleet breached the asteroid belt, Captain Stomp stood ready in the command center. "Remember why we fight," he said over the comms. "For our freedom, for our people. Engage on my command." The first wave of Dominion ships surged forward, but the EMP cannons fired, sending devastating pulses of electromagnetic energy through space. Shields flickered, ships went dark, and entire sections of the Dominion fleet drifted powerless. "Focus on the disabled ships," Stomp shouted. Human fighter jets, joined by Kroth drones and Nyari stealth ships, swarmed the disoriented fleet, dealing blow after blow. Ground-based missile launchers targeted the larger warships, bringing them down in fiery bursts. The once invincible Dominion forces were thrown into chaos. Kairos, watching from his flagship, was stunned. "How is this possible?" he muttered. "They're primitives." As the battle raged on, Captain Stomp led a daring assault on Kairos's flagship. Using a captured Dominion shuttle, he and his team infiltrated the ship, determined to take out the Admiral. They fought their way through the corridors, clashing with the Dominion's elite guards. Finally, Stomp confronted Kairos on the bridge. "This ends now," Stomp growled, raising his weapon. Kairos sneered. "You may have won this battle, but the Dominion will crush you. In time." Stomp's eyes narrowed. "Not today." He fired, and Kairos fell. With their leader dead, the remaining Dominion forces crumbled. Terra and its allies secured a decisive victory. News of the battle spread quickly across the galaxy. Oppressed species, inspired by Terra's defiance, rose up against the Dominion. Rebellions erupted, stretching the Council's forces thin. Back on Terra, President Caldwell addressed the planet and its allies. "This is not just our victory. It belongs to everyone who stood against oppression. We are stronger together." Building a brighter future. In the aftermath of the war, Terra and its allies formed the Galactic Coalition, a new order based on cooperation and mutual respect. The Galactic Council, weakened and divided, was forced to reform. Dr. Reyes' scientific breakthroughs led to advancements in medicine, energy, and environmental sustainability, benefiting countless worlds. General Stomp, now a legend, led the coalition's military forces, ensuring that the galaxy remained united and prepared for future threats. Terra, once seen as a backwater, became a respected leader, known for its courage, innovation, and unwavering belief in freedom. In time, the story of Terra's stand against the Dominion became a symbol of hope, a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming odds, a united and determined people could change the galaxy. And as the stars continued to spin, connected by bonds of friendship and cooperation, the legacy of Terra endured, lighting the way for all who followed.
Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe for more original content. New chapters and standalone stories uploaded weekly.